My last forest hunt, I came back with lots of stuff, but only one coin, a 1972 penny, right where I parked. At least it's a copper penny, and I'll save that along with all the others. Years ago, my nephew Ryan and myself thought it would be fun to save up copper pennies, the ones minted 1981 and prior. We skipped 1982 because that was a transition year. So we put them in this container, and this container became full. So then what we did is we started another container, and then that container became full. And then we put them in this plastic container, and when this one became full, we would move them to a bigger container. So then we moved them over to these 5-gallon water containers, and I have two that are full, and there's a third one here that is almost full. And I have an empty one that I'm going to start working on that. This is a funnel that I made to make it a little easier to get the pennies through that hole. You throw them in there and they go right in. So I emptied out the two tins and the plastic container, and that added up to 62.2 pounds. The 4 water bottles add up to 585 pounds. An empty bottle weighs about 2 pounds, so we have a net of 577 pounds of copper coins. To be totally honest, before doing this, I had no idea how many pennies I have. Now, with the weight figure, I can estimate that I have 84,242 copper pennies with a face value of $842.42 and a current melt value of about $3,350. That works out to about 4 cents per coin, so they are certainly worth putting aside. It's a low-risk strategy. It will always be worth at least a penny, but if inflation continues, they will continue to grow in value. Remember that single coin at the beginning of the video? I tumble and dry metal-detected coins and separate out the copper pennies. I always got a pile going. One last thing, wheat pennies are also made of copper, but the collector value on these can easily exceed the melt value, so I'd keep those separate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and so long for now.